What's up, everybody? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night in my pajama shirt, my little Iron Man shirt, to talk to you about physical media, about Blu-rays and 4Ks, and the way we like to buy and own our movies and TV shows and that kind of thing. I'm excited because this episode is officially round one of Black Friday unboxing. That's right, Black Friday, because the online entities out there started their Black Friday sales early. I think in-store too, but I'm reserving any in-store shopping for that day, as is my tradition. I'm happy, post 2020 to be back into something a little bit more like the tradition that I used to have as far as Black Friday shopping. But Amazon had a great sale. I think they had something like 150 titles that were around $10, were $8 to $10. They had some other titles that were higher than that, but I decided if I'm going to shop early, then I'm going to sort of set my limit to the $10 range for any purchases. And the thing that made that dollar amount so great is because this was $10 for 4Ks. Here's the problem with these sales. When you start showing me $10 4Ks and you show me $10 Blu-rays, I feel like I'm not getting a deal. So now the Blu-rays have got to be like $7. That's just, they've got to be. Because there are still plenty of Blu-ray titles that I need to own. Most of them are boutique titles, though. So I don't know if I said it already, but if you like this kind of conversation and you haven't subbed, please do so. Let's keep talking about physical media. So here are my purchases. I have 6 purchases in total, totaling... I think I actually have a couple of things that haven't come yet that were actually sold out. I think I spent $80 in total, so this is around 60 of that. So I probably have 2 more coming that I'll throw in with another Black Friday video after my physical shopping. But I'm really happy to be adding these to my collection. So let's take a look at what I got. The first thing is A Quiet Place Part 2. Got a little slipcover on that. This came from Amazon, so you never know. But I gotta say, the slipcover looks pretty good. It's not that it's that great of a slipcover, to be honest with you, but it is there for people who like that kind of thing. I saw this movie in the theater. Oh, we got a shaky disc in here, so let's deal with that. I saw it in the theater and really liked it overall. It's not as good as the first one, but the things that were good about it were holdovers from the first film. The cast remains phenomenal, and the opening act of A Quiet Place 2 was stunning. I'll be interested to see... Let's get this thing open. I'll be interested to see how it holds up. Okay, well, at least it's just the Blu-ray that was loose. The Blu-ray was what had popped out, not the 4K. Because, a lot of people talk about how they don't like that... a lot of these companies have stopped, and nothing special on the inside. I took the digital code out. Have stopped putting Blu-rays in their packages. If it makes it a little cheaper, I'm fine with that because I'm buying a 4K for a 4K at this point. 4K has been out long enough that we shouldn't have to be protecting the upgrade pattern by now. You know what I mean? So there you go. Not much to see. I hope there's some reasonable extras on here, but we shall see. Next up is one of the first films I saw. Earliest films I saw back in the theaters post 2020 situation, and I figured it was going to suck, and it did, but it was great in the good way, like the schlocky grindhouse way, and that is the Forever Purge. Like, this movie had every reason to suck. And let me just be straight, it does. And again, we got another slipcover, and again, the slipcover looks pretty good coming from Amazon. It sucks in that way that, it's a lo-fi grindhouse film. But it does the thing that grindhouse films do. It has social commentary in it. If you are a resident of Texas, and you are not, let's say, this movie's hard on Texas, okay? I just want to say that. I'm not getting into politics on this show. It's just not what I do. But if you are a Texan, this movie is hard on your state, from its opinion. That's all I'm going to say about that. I really enjoyed it, though, and even when I agree, and even if I happen to disagree with social commentary in film, if it's done well, I enjoy it. And this movie takes advantage of its setting to be able to do what it wants to do, without necessarily being preachy, because it's not really preachy. It's in the end of the day, it's fun, much more fun than it should have been. All right, here's a movie that I have not seen in years, and I'm excited to revisit. And my understanding is this release, this 4K release, finally corrects some bad color correction that was done on the Blu-ray. Hear my cat in the background, and that is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. There's the back. Yeah, so the original Blu-ray really kind of screwed up the color. And apparently, my understanding, I am told, is this release repairs that. So let's get this thing open here. It'll be interesting to revisit because I haven't seen this movie in many years. Nothing special there. We do get a little disc art on the 4K, which is cool. So I'm just wondering if it holds up. I believe it probably does. If you have this 4K already and have watched it, let me know what you thought. All right, this one came out, and I've been excited to add it for a while. I think it came out at $17, but it dropped really fast in price. I was trying to wait to see if I would get a box set, but I decided to go ahead and get this because the other two installments in this franchise are, and that is Blade on 4K. It'll be interesting to see how the CGI in this holds up, because the CGI honestly was kind of bad to begin with. But it's a new 4K scan of the film print, so I imagine it's probably going to look pretty good, or at least as good as it always did. I don't feel the new Blade movie is going to be able to compete with what's happening in this film. I like the casting in the new Blade, but I feel Marvel is going to soften it up so much. This is an R-rated film, as it should be. And I just don't feel Marvel is going to be able to do this character the same level of justice that this film does. Let me get the digital code out of there. It's 2 digital codes. I got to look and see what that is. No disc art. No, they didn't try at all on this. Apologies for my cat continuing to scream in the background. He always wants in this room, and I've carpet here in this media room, and he likes to get at the corner of the steps and tear it up. So he is not allowed in here. All right, so I have this in a steelbook, but it's a Blu-ray steelbook, so I'm happy for $9 to have been able to upgrade to a 4K, and that is The Martian. This is the extended edition. This should look really beautiful in HDR. Should be gorgeous. The question is now, do I flip my steelbook? And the answer to that is probably yes. Probably I will. I'm not... I am a lover of, or I guess a collector of the steelbook medium, but only, the movie is the priority, and if I have a better version of the movie not in the steelbook, then, I need that space for something else in my collection. No slipcover on this, unfortunately, but this has been out for a while, so I didn't have any expectation of that. Got the Blu-ray in there, too. All right, the last pickup that I have for you right now was one of the few movies that I saw in theater in 2020, and it was a phenomenal experience. I saw it in IMAX the way this movie was meant to be seen, and it was me and a few friends, and we were the only ones in the theater. Probably will never have quite the same experience, and I don't know if we'll ever have a movie that is this tailored to the theatrical experience again. Maybe Dune, but this one's still more tailored to the theatrical and IMAX experience, and that is Tenant. I'm glad to actually have the slip for this. These big studio movies, the slips are not that special, though, to be honest with you. As I'm not crying about The Martian not having it. This is a Christopher Nolan film, shot for the IMAX format, shot for the cinematic experience. and it was beautiful to see there. I hope it gets reissued in theater at some point for the people who didn't get to see it that way. Excuse me. Probably won't edit that out. Probably won't. Yeah, so this is the last one. All of these were $10 on Amazon. That, as I record this, I'm recording this the Friday before Thanksgiving. The sale is still going on. Now, they sold out of some titles, including The Shawshank Redemption, which is something I really wanted to get. But I was too late. I wasn't quick enough on the draw, on the buy button, and it sold out. So that is a title that I will be looking for on Black Friday, out physically shopping. Got some disc art there. Very excited to dig into the bonus features on this one. So there you have it, guys. That's my round 1 Black Friday pickups. Have you already ordered anything on a Black Friday sale? What did you get? Let me know in the comments, and let's talk about physical media and Black Friday sales. Until next we meet, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV. I'll see you guys on the next one.